What's up? I'm Kareem from Tiny Gun,
And I'm Tyler from Tiny Gun.
and this is Bothering the Band.
Welcome. We have Tiny Gun here. We're going to waste no time with our first icebreaker question. There are no rules here. Let me throw that out there too. Ramen at 9 a.m. or ramen at 9 p.m.?
100% 9 p.m.
Absolutely.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Really? Okay.
Dude, that is the softest question I've ever heard in my life.
Wait, but is it like, are we talking like packet ramen or like restaurant fancy ramen? Because fancy ramen, I feel like if you're going somewhere where it's like, oh, this is the ramen spot, I've eaten noodles at like weird hours to get to like the cool spot. But if it's coming from a pack at 9 p.m., no question.
I have to go 9 a.m. because I think it's arguably one of the best like hangover foods. And back in my drinking days, that like there was a spot on the Upper East Side in Manhattan. I would just be the first one. They open at 9.
They open at 9? I don't know. I've never had. I mean, I could try it.
Breakfast
I could
ramen,
certainly
man.
try it. I could certainly try it. I mean, I like breakfast for dinner, so it makes sense that I would like ramen for breakfast.
I do also agree that if you're hungover, just eating lunch way too early, like a burger and a Coke at like 10:45 is not shameful. It gets you there. So I agree with that in spirit. Okay. I can see the 9 a.m.
Okay. I think we flipped them, Abby.
No, I mean, that's not a flip. I'm just saying I like
Damn, is that a flip? Is that a flip?
Kareem's sitting back
I'll
now. He's
take
defeated.
I'll do a flip. You can get a 50-50 on that one.
I'm just thinking so hard about in what world I would want to eat ramen at 9 a.m. I mean, I would. The problem is, I think the preparation. Like, ramen is a difficult meal to prepare, whereas, like, scrambled eggs isn't.
Yeah, true. That's why we got to go get it.
I know, but I don't live in a neighborhood with ramen. I don't know.
Let's not spend too much. Don't overthink this shit because it's we're gonna bounce
why
around.
Why do you say not overthink it when you ask a question with so many philosophical ramifications? Like, why would you say that? All I want to do is think about this now.
All right, so this whole episode, let's dive in.
No, please.
Does the soft boiled egg change it to breakfast?
I mean, you have to know a single egg breakfast does not make.
Okay, you guys have to be aware there's another band called Tiny Gun, right? Do we fight them? Do we have to fight them?
I don't think they're active anymore. Like, they're like long non-active, and it was kind of one of those things when we were trying to figure out a name we all agreed on. I don't think there's any band name that hasn't been taken in some sense. Like, you're always treading on some ground. So we didn't sweat it too hard. If they reformed and wanted to fight, we'd have to have like a band meeting. The group chat would have to like come to a consensus. We're inherently not fighters, but you know.
I just can't believe that's the name that everyone agreed on. Because there were so many names. I mean, there were thousands of names.
Do you have second doubts about the band name that I didn't know about?
They're not doubts. It just could it be better?
What were some other ones that you liked? Can you say it?
We played one show under Kareem's Away Message, which would have eventually became Away Message, which is a good name.
Away Message was a really good band name.
That's pretty good.
But no, but the band thought it was too nostalgic. It was too like whimsical.
It's too vaporwave.
Too vaporwave.
I tried to convince you on doing Kareem Rahma's Mixed Feelings.
I like that. I do like that.
And then it would just be the Mixed Feelings. But then I think people would think we were like a Rolling Stones boogie rock band. Like the Mixed Feelings is a bell bottoms ass band name.
We were also playing with like Cyber Cafe, Internet Cafe. Like I kind of like those. I don't know. I think Tiny Gun is what stuck, and I was really surprised because I'd been making jokes about buying a tiny gun for a long time. Like I look at them, like if you Google tiny gun, there are some fun images of like these little tiny guns, and I was like, man, everyone should carry one of these around. Like, and if you're annoyed, you just shoot your friend, but you wouldn't kill them because it's such a tiny gun. And the band was like, fuck yeah, tiny gun. And I was like, oh, whoops.
You put it out there. They scooped it up.
I mean, once you say it, once it's on the table,
I can't wait for a couple weeks or whenever, a week or so we release this. It's like different band name. We got a different, a different direction.
you never know. You
No,
never know.
we're riding Tiny Gun till the wheels fall off.
Well, you guys are making good tunes. I hope you keep doing it. So tell us about the band because it's you know, on Spotify, there's all these different like offshoots of the band. Like Kareem, you have your own, but it's the same songs. Tyler, like, what's going on here? Give us the elevator snapshot.
Tyler, you give it. Yeah.
Yeah, so Kareem just texted me about a few years ago, being like, "Hey, I want to make music." And I love any. I mean, I was running a small studio and writing with a bunch of people. I'm always happy to hear someone just be like, "I want to write a song." So we started making just kind of like not serious songs, just like, "Hey, wouldn't this be cool? There's this song about Halloween. What if this song was about like being the last middle-aged guy in New York? What if this song was about just the phrase meticulous vibe?" And like, so we made a lot of songs that were just various genres, and then we had this song "Really Rich Parents," that had this kind of like big Blink 182 energy. So I had to call my friend Dale, who's like one of my favorite drummers. He was in this noise rock duo that I really love for a long time, label mates. He's this like really gnarly, heavy drummer, and I was like, put him on the track. Once we had a track with him, like, oh, this is a lot of fun to have more than to have, expand this to have other people contributing. And we're like, what if we turn this into a band and just like had this kind of come out with this new live thing? And I ended up calling a couple other friends who had been in kind of this past collective of musicians that I'd been a part of called God Mode that were in New York and then LA, and just called up friends like, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And they were all kind of friends in the same boat as me, where it's like, "Oh yeah, like you're not like a young guy in your 20s who's out and about, like," but they're all really great musicians. I was like, I just want to get you guys on stage again because it would be like a treat for me. And then ever since those songs, that show, we just had to keep writing songs to fill the set. Like, oh wait, we just need another song. We just need another. So it's just kind of snowballed as far as like music we really like. And it just kept getting a little more serious, like not like serious, but if before we would start songs with like, oh, here's a bit, let's write a song. Now it's a
Hmm.
song and like, oh, we still kind of like there are bits in songs. Like all of the best songs kind of have little bits in them. So that's where we're at now. And then for this record, we're just like we really want to, instead of kind of record piecemeal and put them together, which is how we did it. We recorded live with Gravesend Recordings and Carlos Hernandez, who produced the first Gustav record and is that band Avaluna. And he just had a beautiful space. We actually got to record as a band together for the first time. So it's kind of nice because this is both like something that's the culmination of a lot of work we've done, but also like the first time it's like, here's what we sound like as this unit of people all in one room.
Very cool. Very well said. It sounds very organic, which is the best way for things and creativity to come about. It's like one spark leads to this cool fire. I have to ask, who is near an airport?
Oh, is that me? I'm outside. I'm in a garage. I sit in my garage during the day.
Yeah.
But
Are you
is it annoying? I can go somewhere else. I can go downstairs.
I mean it's fine. It's just it's funny. This is part of our deal, man. We don't
I
care.
can't move.
I have to call it out though.
I'm always in a flight path. It's really crazy. The past three apartments I've lived in have been under a flight path. I have this app where I can see what airplane is flying above me at that exact moment and where it's landing or where it's taking off from.
They're following you.
You can order a drink to someone on like aisle like row 29 seat D.
Get them a little something, something.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't
the only person in New York who can get fly-fi from their house. Like it's just overpassing over.
It just happened. I couldn't believe it that it happened again.
You're like, I somehow I'm logged into Spirit Airlines right now.
And what's weird is that when I was growing up, my house was also in a flight path.
Yeah. Mine too. When I was growing up in Orlando, I was right by the airport, and it was like we dug it though. It was like very relaxing, and you got used to it.
Maybe I'll mute myself when I can hear an airplane. I can hear an airplane right now.
I think it's funny. We'll just put it in the intro. We were on an airplane with Tiny Gun, and talk about ramen. Do you think squirt guns in this day and age are problematic?
No.
No.
Okay.
What were the big squirt guns? The '90s ones with the big tank?
Super
Super
soakers.
Super soakers are
soakers.
still unbelievably tight. Like I, as an adult, was like, I just think they're cool looking in a way where it's like they have like such strong ray gun energy. Like I think they remain iconically cool.
100%. They like the bulbs of tanks on them, and they just kept getting more and more, and then you could like
Why did
attach.
you need that many tanks?
Yeah, you could get really into it.
They're so
Yeah.
sick.
Those big ones are like $50.
Yeah, they're really expensive. I never got the good ones because
Me
my parents
neither.
they would never.
No, and
There's like an elegance to the tanks and the shape. It feels like very classic. Like there's something about it is like just an aesthetic object, even outside of being a squirt.
Do people want to cancel squirt guns? Is that what's going down right now in the rhetoric? Let me show them something to talk about.
Oh man, here, hold
Give
on.
them something to talk about, dude.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh, look at that.
Okay, here we go. I can double up.
See,
Okay,
this is the
And mine says poet on it.
this is like a fidget spinner for middle-aged men.
A hammer is a fidget spinner for middle-aged men.
That's really weird because I also, up until recently, had a hammer in my desk for no reason. So, one, I kind of feel left out from moving it, but also part of me is like, wow, it's like not just me. For like, why do you have this tool? I do very little that requires a hammer. I feel less alone that people are just like their hammers on tap. Abby, do you have a hammer? I don't know. You look like you're on your couch. It doesn't look
I
like...
do, but it's over there and it's glued to a VHS tape.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
What tape?
The Nutty Professor.
Great tape.
Which one?
It's a great tape.
Ryan made it.
I make weird artwork.
Hammer gold.
Yeah, I make weird artwork and send it to my friends.
But I can see it from where I'm sitting.
So at some point you had two hammers and a copy of the Nutty Professor, and you're like, you know what? I have an idea.
Okay, I'm just going to throw this one out there. Do you think there's a guy out there, a real guy out there named Simon Garfunkel?
100% yes.
Absolutely. It's just a numbers game.
There's probably several Simon Garfunkels. Let's check right now. Fact check. Simon Garfunkel, what, New Jersey? Let's just see if there's one in New Jersey.
I mean, LinkedIn is really where any guy. You're like, I imagine a guy.
Oh, that's funny. That's really funny. Just checking LinkedIn.
LinkedIn is where all the guys are. It's like if you're like, is there a guy? They want to be a part of your professional network. They would like to.
Actually, this is kind of crazy. Is there a Simon Garfunkel? That's a great. Now I don't know. Garfunkel. There is on LinkedIn. There is no. I don't see a Simon Garfunkel on LinkedIn at the moment.
That's just someone who's ashamed, like who's like that's their name, and gosh, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know if there's a Simon Garfunkel. Actually, I think I take it back.
Hey Kareem, while you're on LinkedIn, I think I tried to follow or request you on LinkedIn today in my research.
Oh, sick! All right.
Yeah, bro. Tyler,
wait. I found a number of Simon Garfunkels. There's one in Philly, Edinburgh, Seattle, Ohio, and let me tell you, you know where I found them?
LinkedIn.
Yeah, we went to the source. There's 4 Simon Garfunkels over there.
Can you check them out? See if they're cool or if they suck. Like,
I don't want to make more friends, man.
I get that so much. Yes, let's abandon this.
Oh yeah, there are also what seem to be hundreds of Simon Garfunkels on Facebook. Legitimately, like I'm 5 pages deep right now and scrolling.
I mean, obviously, people are using this as a funny fake name, but I think I still feel like in my heart of hearts, there's a real Simon Garfunkel, and like I met someone who like they introduced them, and they're like, my name is Nichelle, and I was like, oh, Michelle, and they're like, no, and then I was like, that's that person's first interaction with all people of like God. That, like, oh, is that what your name is? Like, no, it's not. So Simon Garfunkel, like, hi, I'm Simon Garfunkel. Like, oh, like, and that's exactly how the first interaction they have with every single person they meet.
Yeah, God, that sucks. Like I had a friend growing up named Nathalie it was Natalie with a TH, and I'm like, yeah,
that's her.
I got it from Brian.
Good names,
yeah,
but I just feel like once it's a little off, it's like every single person they've had to do that thousands of times.
Yeah, I feel bad. Like Like we should befriend these Simon Garfunkels and
it makes me think of Office Space.
Yeah.
And what is it, Michael Bolton?
Mhm.
which I
He
just
should change
rewatched.
his name.
I worked with a Rashida Jones. It never came up once.
Well, she's like she's not A-list. Well, I don't know. She's like in that middle ground of like, you know,
We also know a Mike Jones,
Mike Jones.
which I felt bad for him, but no one made the Mike Jones joke.
Yeah, but I feel like that Mike Jones joke is over. Like there was a couple years where someone might make that joke, and now I feel like, hey, remember Mike Jones? And most people say not really.
It has to be a certain demographic.
Yeah, there's a window.
Yeah, indeed. Which part of your body hurts today?
I got lower back on lockdown.
You got lower back on lockdown?
I have a herniated disc
Oh, devils, that sucks.
that happens to herniate at the worst moments, and right now is one of them.
I would take lower back too, but I did just thwack the top of my foot on my bed frame, and there's like a hole on the top of my, like it was a really serious kick. So I'm gonna go with my foot, my right foot.
Nice. Pivoting from that demographic, not judging or not assuming age, but yeah, mine. I think Abby's got the back, and I got the knee today. I was saying,
What happened to your knee?
I don't know. I play basketball every week, and it doesn't hurt while playing, but just sitting here at this desk, when I get up is when it hurts. When I stand
You're
up,
falling too hard for your age group.
Yeah, maybe
that's a mark of pride. Like you are going against the limit. You're going against God's will, and you're balling so hard.
It's all my 3 and D playing here.
Amazing.
Okay, wait, Tyler, what do you do? Do you work for Facebook?
No.
Or did you?
I did.
You did. Do you know a guy named Josh Higgins?
No.
No? All right. He was the creative director, and he's a musician. He was on the thing. I was just seeing if we had some mutual pals.
It was a big company. I was working there at a crazy time. It was just like, I feel like so many new people started. I came. It was just like, yeah, it was one of those jobs where I was working in media and wanted to kind of like take another way in on how people get their information. And maybe I learned all too much, so I don't work there anymore.
Fair enough. Kareem, what are you ordering at Subway?
I am ordering a really simple sandwich because I don't trust a lot of the meats. So I'm ordering I don't remember, hold on. Let me see here. I'm ordering the turkey sandwich. I forgot what it's called. What is the turkey sandwich called? Do we know?
Isn't it
Start
just
order.
a turkey sandwich?
It's the classic. Yeah, I get that a lot. Well, by a lot I mean every 5 years.
That's a lot for Subway.
Maybe even less than every 5 years. You know what? I used to fuck with the tuna melt or the tuna sandwich until I found out about the fake tuna in it.
Yeah.
And then I got really sad.
It's fake? I mean, I don't eat the tuna anyways, but it's fake?
Or it's like,
it's fake.
It's like rehydrated tuna, yeah.
No, it's not tuna. It's like it's like a sloppy Joe of fish.
Ew.
It's not tuna though. Yeah, it's really gross. But I get that turkey, just like the classic simple turkey sandwich on multigrain. I get tomato, avocado, tomato, lettuce, cucumber, avocado, provolone cheese, the cold cut turkey, multigrain bread, mayonnaise, olive oil, salt and pepper, and vinegar if they have it.
The old studio we used to work at had a Subway across the street, and I remember Kareem and I went there once, and he watched me order a sandwich, and I ordered a foot long, and I remember you telling me like no adult man needs a foot or like a full foot long.
I think that's true.
What are you doing ordering that much bread? You don't need that.
Did you save it? You didn't
No, I was hungry. It was the veggie.
You ate the whole foot long. No, I said foot longs are for kids in high school.
Yes,
they're growing boys. They're boys who are growing, and girls who are growing. They need the nutrition. They need a healthy big sandwich. I think people our age, you should not have a foot of sandwich in your body at lunch.
That's exactly. I think that was your exact line. You should not have a foot of sandwich in your body.
That's a lot of sandwich, man.
It makes it sound so much worse than I just ate a whole Subway
you ate
sub.
a foot of sandwich today. That's I used to go to
I
that
mean,
Subway
it's
a lot.
crazy.
It was like right. It was the only place to eat right by my studio. I would go there all the time. My wife thought it was disgusting because she lived above one in college, and her closet always smelled like their bread. So anytime I was like, I ate Subway, she was like, "What? That's disgusting."
Wait, what's the best? What's the best bread at Subway? I actually think it might be the honey oat.
I just go with the plain. I feel like I was looking at the calories. When you do the honey oat and stuff, you're adding that's calories you don't need. I'm already eating a foot of sandwich. I need
Yeah, that's
more
right.
again. I do think the veggie delight is an excellent sandwich there. I think it's a good sandwich.
I like Jimmy John's more than Subway.
Oh, for sure.
Do you guys remember Subway when they would used to do the triangle cut in it?
Yeah, you get 3 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh shit, when was that?
I mean, it's been a long time. You answered my question. I was going. The follow up was going to be like, when's the last time you have been to a Subway? Because I do think it is like an adolescent food.
I mean, I'm thinking about going today because you've inserted it into my mind.
The one on Union and Broadway will always have a place in my heart. Good franchise location.
We're having fun here. What would you think of a person who got a meatball sub from Subway and put cucumbers on it?
You can do whatever you want. It's your
I
order.
would think that you can't do whatever you want. I would think that you're wrong.
I would agree with Kareem.
No, I think you can go.
I think there's your sandwich either has to be hot or cold. It can't be both. You have to put hot things on the sandwich or you have to put cold things on the sandwich. And that is just that's playing with the devil. That's playing with
No,
that's
I
idle
think it
hands
is
type of shit.
it's between you and your sandwich artist. You can do whatever you want.
I agree with both. I agree you can do whatever you want, but you have to be prepared to hear it from people around you, being like, that's fucking weird. Like marinara, meatballs, cheese, like provolone with cucumbers. This comes from my friend Jerry, who I used to work with.
Jared?
Jerry, Jared, he was great at the time. Jerry, he would put cucumbers, and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing, man?" But I agree with you,
On the
Todd.
meatball sub?
On the meatball sub, freedom of sandwich.
I don't know, man.
I don't want to live in a country where you can't put cucumbers on a meatball sandwich.
Well, then you literally can't live in you can't live in any country except for America because anywhere else wouldn't serve you. Like if you went to Italy, no, you're not going to Italy and getting a meatball sub with cucumbers. They're gonna say fuck off. We don't have cucumbers.
I'm definitely going to England, and they do weird things to their
Yeah,
sandwich.
England is just
Many other
worse
European
America.
countries are making weirder choices.
England is just ugly worse America. So yeah, my pleasure. Go ahead.
I'm picturing you guys going to Subway franchises in these places, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm finding the Subway of Italy, and I'm going.
I'm like with fast food. I'm a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I'm not doing custom stuff. I'm getting it off the rack, and because they've experimented, they know what's good. I'm just gonna do off the rack, no custom, except for like the salt, pepper, oil, vinegar thing. That's like I think that's nice little accoutrement. But otherwise, just give me something off the board.
Yeah, excessive menu hacking. It's like what are you trying to prove when you're trying to go way off menu?
Yeah.
But you can. If
I
someone
will say, but the Chipotle half and half is a good way to get a little more meat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to
Half
now.
chicken, half steak.
You have to now because
Are they skimping?
They're
Are
skimping.
they?
Yeah, they got busted.
I like Chipotle. I'm a
do
Chipotle
too.
guy.
I have to say, for all the Floridian listeners, when next time you come or visit Florida, whatever you're doing down here, go to Publix and get a pub sub. Publix is our famous grocery store, and it's the best. Get a pub sub, and I would say, Kareem, go with what's on the menu. Pick an Italian. Go. Don't change anything. Delicious.
Don't worry, I got the memo.
All right, moving on. In your underwear drawer, is it full? Are you folding your undies or just cramming it in there?
It's a combo of both. Not every load of laundry is spiritually the same. The path that they take is varied. So the way they arrive, it's more about what you're bringing to the drawer more than like the preparation. You can prepare all you want, and it's a stuffed undies day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd say it depends on who's doing my laundry.
Of all these people, who I've got a lot of people touching my laundry.
It depends. It's either my girlfriend who does fold, or it's her mom or my mom who also fold, or it's the guy down the street who also folds, or it's me who doesn't fold. So that's about it. And it also depends on how many there are. If there's like 20, I think they're getting folded. If there are 5, stuff them in.
All right. Tiny Gun is going on tour. How many undies are you bringing?
How long's the tour?
There's only one answer to this. It's all of them. It's thousands.
The answer is all your underwear?
The answer is all your underwear. You have to bring them all in case you shit your pants every single day.
I don't know about that.
Have you not seen this? This is like a phenomenon.
I don't know what this is.
Where it's like people were talking about packing for vacation and
Oh,
doing
no,
exactly that. Yeah.
I know that people bring extra underwear. I bring like 2 extra pairs, but not in case I shit my pants. I bring them in case I decide to like go swimming and then take a shower and then I want to like have clean underwear again.
Yeah, I feel like socks and underwear you throw a bonus of each, and like that's kind of my bare minimum. But if you're gone for like 2 days, like I'm not going to do anything. I'm not throwing extra things out. Like if it's like a work trip and you're gone for 2 nights, you are just like
Yeah, if I'm doing a 5-day trip, I'm bringing 6 pairs of underwear.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, so you guys are in the minority because I feel like most people if you're going on a 5-day trip, you're bringing 25 pairs of underwear.
Is that what people do?
Yeah. We asked this question to a lot of bands, and tours, obviously, and they're like all of them, and buy some on the road. And
maybe they're party monsters, or just
like if I was gone for more than 2 weeks, yeah, I feel like I'm not really mental. I mean, yeah, I think there'd be a lot of buying of weird stuff because I was like, oh, I didn't expect that.
Well, that's always my plan. I'm just like, if I need something, I'll buy it. And I also refuse to travel without. I only use a carry-on. I went to Japan for 3 weeks with a carry-on. I went to Morocco and Turkey for 3 weeks with a carry-on. And so I'm always like, if I'm forgetting something, I'll just get it. But actually, I just was recently in Egypt for 5 days, and 2 of those days were travel days, and I actually forgot underwear completely, and I had to buy underwear. That was like my mission. I just forgot. I completely forgot. I was like, I got there and I was like, it's time to change, and there was no underwear, so I had to like go buy underwear.
Were they Egyptian cotton?
100%.
You
cotton
took it
meal.
right out of my mouth hole.
It's now my favorite pairs, but the problem is it's literally 2,000 miles away.
That happened to me. I had to buy underwear in Costa Rica. Favorite underwear I've ever owned.
And now you can't get your hands on more.
Anymore. Oh man. All right, guys. What does doxing mean?
Do you not know?
I have no idea. It's just
I know what it means. I know what it means.
It's one of those, and this is why I'm asking. It's one of those things that where it's like it becomes so part of the zeitgeist or whatever that I'm like, it's like if so you see someone on the street, you talk to them for years, and they're like, someone's like, who's that? You're like, I don't know their name, and it's too deep to ask. So I'm asking.
I know what that is. Yeah.
What is
doxing? Doxing is when the internet releases personal information about you as a revenge. Like I don't like what this person said. So here's their address and telephone number and where their kids go to school.
Oh, devil!
And then that's how swatting happens.
Yes.
What's that?
Which is a similar
where you
phenomenon.
Call in some kind of crazy thing to the police and send the SWAT team to somebody's house.
Yeah, let's go with that. Guys, what's the last poetry you read?
Frank O'Hara's Lunch Poems and one of the Robert Haas books, who's a poet laureate under Clinton, like this poet in the late 20th century who I really love.
Absolutely. I keep Frank O'Hara on my coffee table all the time.
Frank O'Hara on tap?
On tap. Frank O'Hara on tap. Lunch on tap.
Hatchet. Frank O'Hara's Lunch Poems. You are ready for any emergency.
Yeah.
You're ready for the 1950s to come back.
Yeah.
I read probably my own poems out loud at a reading. I think that's probably the last poem I read, which is such a dick answer, but hey, it's the truth.
You mean we were promised flying cars?
Not that book, but I did some readings recently, and one of them I wrote a poem about Instagram, which was called "What I Saw Today," and it was just essentially a list of everything I saw on my feed, and it actually turned out really good because it is very poetic when you're just describing the things that you've seen that day. It's really crazy. I mean, it sounds like fucking crazy. It is crazy. And then you start thinking about how the human mind is not really designed to see all those things. And then it gets you thinking about like, should I be seeing these things? And also the fact that these things are all put together when they shouldn't be. So it's like politics, and then war, and then like butts, and then like a baby chimpanzee, and then like an avocado like bowl, and you're just like, what? Like it makes no sense. So I would actually, I've been telling people to do that as like just a practice because it's kind of fun. Yeah, an exercise. I think it's kind of fun to just describe what you see on Instagram, even in a minute, because it's crazy. It just looks crazy. And like, obviously, like make it a little bit poetic. Like I would say like, I saw my friend get like a cover of New York Magazine. And I asked myself why I haven't gotten a cover of New York Magazine. Like it's just very much so like your feeling of what based on what you see. I don't know. I really like doing that. It was
I
fun.
love that shit. You're talking to two big poetry fans, so big way to go. Gonna do that myself this week.
Yeah.
Very Kenneth Goldsmith.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys is like you transcribe the front page of like a paper every day.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
When
Like
I
audio he did
No,
it.
he would just take
yeah.
the paper and copy it out, and just like
Oh,
a lot of his thing was like metadata as poetry. It's the same kind of the same idea of like just witnessing the flow of information and capturing any part of it has
that's cool.
inherent poetry in it.
Yeah. I dig it. When I was in college, I was, I'm a writer, and I just copied The Great Gatsby. I just transcribed The Great Gatsby just to get the rhythm. I wanted to feel his like how it flowed. Um, it was very cool. Guys, we end every episode with a song from our guest. Which Tiny Gun song should we end this episode with, and why?
Baby, I could never win.
Yeah, Baby I Could Never Win. It's the first song on our EP. I think it was the one that really got us excited about the concept of the EP, of how it would feel. It was really like we kind of wrote it, and it had a lot of fun trying to take the band almost to this like very pure kind of like new order major key melodic zone. Like how plain can that kind of everything be placed. And our drummer, again, you'll hear it, he's amazing, and him kind of having this really physical part. I think it's my favorite song from the record. Maybe one of my favorite songs I've ever written.
You mean the record "No Worries If Not"?
The record, No
No
Worries If
worries if
Not.
not.
But
No
everywhere.
worries if not.
Oh man, guys, this has been so much fun. I have one other question for you. Well, two actually. If you could bother any musician, live or dead, in the vein of bothering the band, so very silly questions, who would you bother, and what would you ask them?
That's so tough.
Yeah, I know.
I'd bother. Who wouldn't want to be bothered? I guess I'd just go with an easy Kurt Cobain, just because he would hate it.
I think he would dig it, man. You think he's been asked inspiration and about grunge all the time? I think if you asked him ramen at 9 a.m. or ramen at 9 p.m., he'd be like, "All right, I'm on board."
Yeah, maybe you would. Maybe you would. Maybe that's the beauty of bothering a guy.
It's the beauty of bothering the band.
Tyler.
I would ask Prince about like TV. Like I would just be like, go straight to the most mundane. Like let's just talk like syndicated sitcoms.
He's like Big Bang Theory, and you're like, "God damn it!"
Yeah. Bazinga. I would pay money to hear Prince say the word bazinga. Yes.
He would sing it like that. Guys, you have a show coming up too, right?
Yes, the 24th at Elsewhere on the Roof.
Cool, man. I wish I was in New York for that one.
Oh.
This has been so much fun, guys. We're big fans. We hope to have you back. Kareem, I hope you catch your flight.
Sorry, this is the first time I've recorded a podcast in my new garage.
No, it's all good, guys. Thank you so much. Keep killing it. We'll keep following.
Thanks for having us.
So much.
I'm not feeling like myself. There's something lurking in the sheets. They'll write a movie about us. You let me in, I shut you out. Very slowly, all at once. For what it's worth, I tried to fight. I'm in love with someone else. If you believe me, you'll never leave me. It'll be something like that. Something like, baby, I could never win. Baby, I could never win. Baby, I could never win. Baby, I could never. Tell me something I don't know. I've seen it time and time again, 1,000 times.